Guys, welcome back once again to my channel. My name is Ibadan Victoria, and if this is your first time of tuning in, you're welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, you're also welcome back. This is Big Gifting Vlogs. Here I create content that relates to my lifestyle as a young adult. I also create content that relates to teenagers' lifestyle. I also try to use life experiences to make sure you people are able to relate with what I'm saying, all the way from Ibadan, Nigeria. So, and if you are my first time viewer, you've not subscribed to this channel, why? I know by the end of this video you'll be convinced enough to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video, comment down below. Those comments gives me joy, like that joy is just too much. So make sure you don't leave without putting a lovely comment down below, and let's jump right into today's video. I know today's video can sound surprising, funny, and people have not really been making video that revolves around this thing, but this is my own reality, and I love using my real life experience so that you people can be able to flow with what I'm saying. Anytime I stumble on a video that speaks about my real life, something that I can relate with, it give me that much joy. So I'm trying to bring that into my channel, and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you will also enjoy it too. So today, what's the topic of our video? I hope you can guess. Let me know in the comment section. I hate cooking, and that's the truth. This is not a clickbait. It's something that is my reality, something that I don't really like doing. Although I like food and I hate cooking, two contrasting things, right? I know. You know, this all started when I was in 100 level first semester. I discovered that first semester there was that vibe to cook. I was cooking many things. But second semester, that thing just tuned down. Like, I hated cooking. Going to the kitchenette to carry my stove and start cooking was just a big problem for me. So, and I was like, oh, will I continue my life like this? And I resorted to buying junk, buying things which were not good for myself and food. So why wouldn't I like cooking? And obviously, if you want to save more money, you have to invest in cooking, right? So I'm going to share some tips that has really helped me to find my way around cooking. I know it's not easy for some students, especially coupled with the lectures that you are going for. You have to do this, you have to do that. How will you find time to cook? So I'm trying to make this video for everybody. It is not gender based. It's for everybody. So if you're a student, if you're a young adult, if you're a male, you're a female, this video is perfect for you. Trust me. So these are some of the things that I discovered, and I'm talking based on my own real life experience. So this is something that has worked for me, and I'm trying to share it with you guys free of charge. I hope it really works for you, and I hope you're able to get something that actually works for you. So what is the first thing to do if you want to really enjoy cooking? The first thing is that train your mind. Yes, everything starts from your mind. You might be thinking, oh, Victoria, I don't know what you are saying, but I really know what I'm saying. Train your mind. You know, you have to prepare your mind for any task you want to do. You know, if you want to read, you have to tell your mind, oh, I want to read. Okay, I want to settle down now. That same principle applies to cooking. If you know you want to cook a good, delicious meal, something that you really enjoy, and I don't want you to see cooking as a choice, something that you should really enjoy. So you should prepare your mind. You tell your mind, oh, I want to cook this food. I want it to be delicious. I want to enjoy it, and before you know it, everything will start falling into place for you. But if you don't train your mind, if you are just I just want to cook so that I can get something to eat, it will not really be an enjoyable adventure for you. Trust me. So make sure you train your mind. Anytime you want to cook, sit yourself down boldly. You can say it and tell yourself, oh, I want to cook my food, and I want it to be delicious, and I want to enjoy it. And trust me, it will really help you. Now, tip number 2 is that make sure you invest in meal prepping. What is meal prepping? For example, I'll just give you an illustration here. For example, if you want to make vegetable stew and white rice, what can you do? Probably you are going to make the meal the next day. Then you can start by buying your vegetables, washing your vegetables, shredding your vegetables, and prepping the pepper you use. If you have a blender, fine. If you don't have a blender, fine. If you have a grater, you know, as a student, we do use grater to chop our pepper and all. So you can shred your pepper. You can just boil it for a little bit, so that the next day that you need it, it will come in handy. It will not just be something like, oh, I have to start cutting vegetables, I have to start doing this, and if you're a student, this is one tip I will give you. Why don't you just pick out a day during the weekend to cook, to prep all your meals that you'll be cooking, to prep all the meals that you'll be using for that week. Probably you would use stew. I would advise you cook the soup you want to use for that week. This would really help to ease your stress. Or you want to invest in cooking rice, and or make sure you have all the foodstuffs around. This is also a way of prepping your meal. So make sure you invest in meal prepping. I tell you, it saves time, it saves stress, it saves you your energy. So make sure you invest in prepping your meal. Number 3, enjoy cool music. Yeah, if you know you want to start cooking, why don't you just chip in that cool music and start dancing and start doing something that you like doing. For example, now I love singing. So when you want to start cooking your meal, you can just play a good music and start singing. Before you know it, you start flowing with the beat of the music and you start cooking your food. And before you know it, as you are flowing with the beat of the music, you are using one hand to cook your food, you are using one hand to dance, you are using your mouth to sing. Before you know it, you'll be done with cooking and you just be asking yourself, how come? When did I finish? So you can actually play music. I do this a lot. Sometimes I even dance, like I dance around the kitchen so that it will ease me of the stress that I am cooking. So make sure you try doing something that you find interesting when you are cooking. It might be reading a novel. Immediately you pour the rice inside the pot, you can quickly check the novel you are reading, you can quickly glance through it. It really helps to ease off the stress of cooking. And the fourth tip that I will give you is that cook in a neat, organized kitchen. Yeah, this is the mistake so many people make. They cook in an overcrowded kitchen and it affects your mind. Like you will just be like, oh, where do I want to start? Like it makes cooking tiring for you, because before you even start seeing all the plates everywhere overcrowded, you just be tired already before starting the cooking. So this is what I do most of the time. Before I can cook, I cook in a neat kitchen. Like I make sure of it. Though I can be kind of lazy sometimes, but I make sure my kitchen, so when you cook in an environment that is well organized, it actually tells your brain, it helps your brain to relax and then makes you more than ready to cook your meal. So if you probably have an overcrowded kitchen, or your kitchen is untidy, or your environment generally, for some people that cook in the room, if it is untidy, the environment, why don't you start by tidying it up? Don't just leave the place and say, oh, because this place is overcrowded, I'm not going to cook. Yes, it might not take much of your time, and it might take much of your time. So why don't you just start by tidying it up, and the next time you want to cook, it would be well arranged, so that and you'll be able to cook more effectively. So make sure you try out this tip. It has really worked for me, and it can make me enjoy cooking. So when I'm looking for spoon, I don't have to start looking everywhere. Though my spoon is organized in where I put it, I can easily stretch my hand. You know, the stress of looking for this one, looking for that one, it already makes you tired even before you finish cooking that food. So that's why I try as much as possible to make sure that my environment is organized and not crowded, so that when I want to look for some of the things that I will need to cook, I don't have to start looking for not the least. Why don't you just imagine the joy on your face when you are cooking? For example, if you want to prepare a meal like jollof rice with fried chicken, why don't you just imagine the joy on your face? Why don't you just imagine yourself eating that food with the joy, savoring the moment of eating that food, or the joy probably you are cooking for people, the joy on people's face, seeing them eat your food and enjoy it. It brings so much happiness. So before you even start cooking, imagine the joy on these people's face. This imagination actually helps a lot to make your cooking more easier, and it makes you goal oriented. Yes, that goal of seeing satisfaction, of achieving satisfaction on people's face, on your face, it actually goes a long way to help you in making cooking easier. So I hope with this few points of mine, I hope you've been convinced that cooking is actually fun. It is something that you can really enjoy if you put in the effort. It is something you can actually enjoy if you start using these tips, because it has worked for me, and I know at least one of these tips that I've mentioned will actually work for you. So till next time when I will come your way, please, before I leave, make sure you leave lovely comments. Probably you have another tip you want to add, you can leave it in the comments so that other people can also be, so that I can learn. We are all learning together, so that I can also learn it and add it to my own already made tips. So thank you very much for watching. Till next time I will come your way, I remain Ibadan Victoria, and this is Gifting Vlog. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.